but you can also rewatch it. It'll be on the Coaching Lobby YouTube channel. And if you ever can't find it, just let me know. So the main thing you want to do as a new agent is your database. And you're going to hear that a lot in your first few weeks here, because that really is your main goal, to get your database up and running. What is your database? It's your contacts. Basically, your networking. So everyone you know, from friends, family, maybe at your old job, you build a lot of relationships with old coworkers, other agents you know, you want to add them as well. As a new agent, most of your people are going to be what's called your sphere of influence. Sphere of influence are people you haven't worked with in the past, but you know from other channels, avenues. Maybe you know them from Facebook, their family, friends, friends of friends, other agents, like I was saying. So what you're going to want to do is when you get this email, you'll get it either today or tomorrow. I'm going to let Allison know, who came right after the class, so she'll send her email out as well. Basically, you will be getting a, let me just let these people in. You will be getting this email that has the spreadsheet on it where it says here. You'll just click on that. It'll bring you to a Google Excel sheet, and that is where you can put all the information. I highlight the columns in blue that are important. Those columns would be the first and last name, a phone number, or email. If you only have one, that's perfectly fine. But to upload them, you do have to have either a phone number or an email. And if you only have one, that's a great way to update your database. Give them a call or send them an email and say, hey, I just joined KW. I'm a real estate agent. I'm updating my database, and I'd love to have all your correct information. If you have their address, that's definitely something you can add as well. And then if you scroll all the way to the right on the Excel sheet, you're going to want to add tags. So if you are a new agent, like I said, most of your tags are just going to be sphere of influence. I did put myself on the Excel sheet as an example, so you can kind of see how it's laid out, how to tag. If you want to use multiple tags, you just want to use a comma after each tag. And you definitely want to use these three. So like I said, once you start doing your business, you'll have past clients and VIP, because those will help you market when you want to send out mass emails, or say you want to send out postcards, but you want to make sure they kind of are accompanied with what your market is per those people. Once you finish the Excel sheet, you can either email it right back to support@Scott-LeRoy-Marketing. They're the people that send you that password list, which we'll be going over in the second half of this. So you can just email them right back to that and just say, hey, can you please upload it for me? Or you can send it to me or Allison for people on Tenafly. So you can always email me when you guys are done with that. Your goal is to get 50 to 100 people. And you'll hear that across the board, so it's not just me. I know it kind of sounds like a big number, but the more you put your family in, your friends, your networking, put the agents that you know are already in the business. They don't have to be from KW, and you want to build those relationships. So definitely don't hesitate to put someone in there. It's better to have them in there than not to have them not in there. After this class, as you got the email last night, you have the basics. So the basics are this class: how to do rental paperwork, how to write a contract, .loop 101, how to do listing paperwork, and the command setup. So those classes, these are the most important classes, and you want to focus on this in your first 30 days. So obviously, if you have all the time in the world and you want to come to all 5 of these classes this week, go for it. If you don't have the time, that's kind of why we did 2 to 3 classes a day. So that, say you could go to 1 class each day, it would take you about 3 to 4 weeks to complete. So you're more than welcome. We're going to be teaching these classes every single week. I did post all the links for the classes. If you weren't able to add the Google Calendar, I posted them in the Lobby Facebook group. So you can find all the links for today's classes in there. I'll be posting that for every day this week, just so that you guys have them all. The links won't change, so all the links will be the same for every single week. I also did attach the Coaching Lobby Google Calendar so that you guys can add that to your own. And then I kind of said, this is the SMART plan, and you'll learn more about this in the advanced classes. But a SMART plan is basically a follow-up system to help you kind of, not have to send those emails every day. If you're going to be sending that email, you want to just set it up so that it sends out automatically. So I broke mine up into little parts because I don't want you to be too overwhelmed. So you'll get another email a day later which will have all of our important contact information and places that you can find support. So as we've gone virtual in this past year almost, which is crazy, we have so many places on the internet that you can go back and watch classes. For you guys, as new agents, your main focus on if you are going to be rewatching classes should be the Coaching Lobby YouTube channel. BCP YouTube channel, that is Bergen County Partners. Those are the 5 offices that we all kind of work together. All of the classes that all of those offices do are all recorded on there. But for right now, you guys just want to focus on getting through all the coaching classes until you take those extra classes. The KW videos, that's KW Connect, that's a great place to find kind of material from other agents throughout the entire world. Say you really want to know how different offices or different agents do lead generation. You can really figure that out. You can search for anything. You'll find files. Say you need to learn how to do some things. You can click on that. That's definitely something you want to, walk through and figure out anything. Scott Leroy Marketing how-to videos. Again, like I said, for you guys, you really just want to focus on the YouTube channel for the Coaching Lobby because that's going to help you really break down all the main parts of command and your business. But Scott Leroy Marketing videos, those are kind of like quick 5-minute videos as well as bigger videos as well. And you're going to have this email, so I would just star these emails that I'm sending you so that you always can find them. And if you ever want some of the information again, you can always just email me and I have it all. I did attach the BCP Facebook group as well as the Coaching Lobby Facebook group. You should be added to both. If you're not, please let me know, either in the chat in the Zoom, or you can email me if you're not sure if you want to look it up. The BCP Facebook group is an amazing opportunity for you as an agent, but also like for your marketing. So the great thing about this is you can literally ask, you'll see people ask questions like all the time. There's never a question that goes unanswered. Maybe you have a family member that's looking for a roofing company, but they don't live around here. They live somewhere else. And our vendors don't go to those areas. Then you could ask. So this person said, this person's actually looking for an agent. So people will comment agents, really honestly anything. And then they also post about like their open houses, their new listings. But it's also great for you to tell your client when you meet with them, hey, I'm in this private networking group of over 1,500 agents that they're going to see your house first, or I'm going to find you a home quicker because I'm going to see everything that's come to the market right away. So definitely something that you want to, you'll get notifications all the time. Like I said, people will add stuff in here all day, every day. So the Coaching Lobby Facebook group, which you guys should also be a part of already, this is where you're going to find everything for the coaching program. So like I said, today I put all the links for all the classes today. Mary Beth will post. It's mainly me and Mary Beth, and then Claire and Sally, and really anything you guys need to know for the coaching program will be in here. Then for marketing options, in the advanced section, so after your 30 days, you'll get all the links for the advanced classes. And one of those is customizing your listing and buyer packet and learning how to do social posts through command and command design. So that's some of the marketing options that you guys will get. Right now, it's definitely not, you want to learn all the paperwork and just understanding the tech part of KW before you get into that. Any print marketing, you can talk to Billy. He's our in-house print person. He technically works for Prism, but he's here, not physically in the office every day, but he does work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday for us. Say you want to do postcard mailings, or you want brochures, or maybe when you run out of business cards, maybe you want to update those business cards to have a logo. You can talk to Billy about all of that. Important contact information, like I said, there's a lot, but you're going to have all of this in an email, so you don't have to memorize it all. KW Sport, that's Keller Williams as a whole. Again, you have me. So some offices, they wouldn't have a tech person. They would just have strictly KW support and possibly Scott Leroy marketing support. So you can always ask me any tech questions. If I can't figure out the answer, I'll put you to Scott Leroy marketing first because they deal with strictly tech and KW. KW support is obviously as a whole for everyone, for everything. So their response time isn't as quick as me or Scott Leroy. So if it's a weekend or it's late at night and you need to answer quickly, you can reach out to Scott Leroy Marketing. They have great customer service. I probably talk to them every day. So they definitely a number you want to keep, or their email is great too. I mean, they email within the day, if not within the hour. Repert factor, this is definitely something that you guys want to remember, because this is definitely a support system that once people get onboard, they completely forget about. Say you don't have a printer at home, you are more than welcome to call them, make an appointment. You would bring your computer to the office. They would set you up on the printers here, as well as the private networking, like the internet. But say your computer's slow, it's glitching, it keeps freezing, something just doesn't seem right, you can give them a call and they'll remote into your computer, and they can fix really not any problem, but they can fix a lot in there. I know from when we were actually home in quarantine, my laptop was not made to work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. So I definitely had some issues with it, and they went in, they cleared it up, all these back-end files I didn't even know existed, and then it started working amazingly. So definitely a great company, and it doesn't have to be just for your computer. If you're feeling nice, say your mom, your dad, your cousin, whoever is having issues with theirs, you just have to have their laptop and be able to call them from your phone. Truly and Zillow, these are syndicated sites. So when you put a listing on the MLS, you will get, they will syndicate to Truly and Zillow. And what that is a place where just the normal person can look. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Zillow. Natalie, sorry. Truly and Zillow, so they don't like to talk to us, but some of the reasons that you might have trouble is maybe your listing's still on, or maybe something's not on there, and that's why you would have to reach out to them. So you can give them a call. We're here for moral support, but you're better off calling them on your own. You'll have more luck getting in touch with them. And just a reminder, if you need to go back and review this class or any of the classes, they'll be on the Coaching Lobby YouTube channel. Since this is the first week we're starting the new coaching calendar, they'll all be uploaded. So all the classes today will be uploaded tomorrow onto the YouTube channel. And then we're probably not going to record again until next month. But all of them will be there from this week going on. And then after that, I kind of just reach out, check in about your database, give you a few other options for leveraging and some other Command 101s where it's like quick videos every day if you're really into learning about Command head on. So you'll be hearing from me a lot in the next month. And like I said, if you feel stuck or you're not sure where to go or what class to attend, feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my email in the chat again, just my first and last name. And if you want to call the office, obviously if you're in Tampa, you can call the Tampa office. Allison can tell you all about this as well. Or if you want to email her as well. So I just put my email in there so you guys have it. Before I go into your password list, do you guys have any questions on anything I talked about? I know it's a lot, so any questions at the moment, I'm sure questions will arise. Everyone's good? You can give me thumbs up if you're good. Nice, okay. All right. So this is your password list. You guys should have all gotten this. If you didn't get it, then this class is probably a little confusing to you. But you should get this if you're in the Ridgewood office. You would get it, and Natalie would be CC'd on it. This is a questionnaire that you get from Natalie, and basically it creates all your usernames and passwords. So I get a copy of it. I just use a fake one to go over with you guys so that no one's information is getting out in the public. So you'll definitely want to keep it somewhere. Some people print this out. Some people just store it in their email. But definitely this is going to be like your holy grail until you memorize all of these. So your KW Systems username and password, that's what you're going to use for Command. Command is our technology system. Basically, you can run your entire business in there, from managing your database, sending out referrals, your transactions, your design, your social media, really anything in there. You can just completely ignore this first link, the MyKW site. That's the old site. The only reason they give you a password for that is because it is still active. But if any agent tells you to go there, don't listen to them, because everything's in Command. Obviously, the agents that have been here for a while are just used to using that, and that's why they're still doing that. But you can just, tell them you're not supposed to be in there. And you just go to agent.kw.com. This is what command will look like. And like I said, in the basics and the advanced, you're going to learn all the ins and outs of command. So I don't like to go into too much detail because this class is already overwhelming enough. I did attach the command overview video in that email I'll be sending you later, just so that you guys can watch that. The overview video will basically just walk you through on where everything is so that you kind of know where to go. In the coaching classes, we really break it down into each individual part and really go in depth into each part of here. So you'll learn all about that. Your email address. So you don't have to use the KW email address. You are always allowed to. It is a business account, so you do get a few extra features on Gmail. It, again, is a Gmail account. And for Bridget Office, I'll be making you guys an email signature for 10 Apply, I believe Allison does, so you can reach out to her. If you are in the Bridget Office, please send me your headshot. And if you don't have a headshot, just email me and say, don't have a headshot, I just want a generic email signature for now, or we can hold off until you get one. So that one will be for the desktop version. For your mobile version, for your phone, you can't have an image on your phone. So what I can do is, if you guys want, I can, what I'm going to do is walk you through how to add it to your cell phone. So I'm sure we have a mixture because we got a lot of people, but could you just put in the chat if you have an iPhone, an Android, Samsung? I just want to make sure I go over it for each of the type of phones so that no one's confused. iPhone. All right, well, I'll go over iPhone first, since it seems like most of you guys have an iPhone. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into settings, and you're going to scroll down until you see the mail button. It should be closer to the bottom. It's right under passwords, right here, if you can see it. Passwords, and then mail. Excuse me. And then you're going to click on the mail app. And what you're going to do is, when you get there, you'll click accounts, and you'll add the account if you haven't already, or if you're using your personal email, then you probably already have it on here, and you can just stick around so I can show you guys how to add the signature to it. When you click add account, you're going to choose Google, and then you would just log in with this email and password. It's most likely your first and last name, and then the password's whatever you created. And once you log in, you're going to just go back into mail settings where we were before we clicked on accounts. And when you get there, you're just going to scroll down. So we were in accounts. It's hard to see, but we're in accounts, and you're going to scroll down until you see signature. And you'll click on that, and then I'll just give everyone a second to get there. And if I'm going too fast, just let me know. You guys can either unmute or type in the chat, and I'll slow down.
Reese, can you repeat that? I put in my password, and you said go to accounts?
Yes. So what you're going to do is you're just going to click the back button to go back into the mail part of the settings before we clicked on accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to scroll all the way down until you see signatures. It's probably the second to last line on the bottom.
Oh.
Gerard, I'll go over the Android phone once we finish this up. And once you get into signature, you're going to click per account. And then under the KW email or whatever email you're using for your client, you'll want to click on that. And what you're going to type is your first and last name, and it does have to be your legal name. So say your name is Nicholas, but you want to go by Nick, then you would do Nicholas and then parentheses Nick and your last name. It has to be your legal name. And I'm just going to type in the chat as well so you guys have it. So it's your name, and then realtor sales associate or realtor associate or sales associate, whatever you're going to go by. And then you would put in your office, so either Keller Williams Village Square Realty or Keller Williams Town Life. And then you would put your cell phone number, and the office phone number. I will look up Tenaflies. I just put Ridgewoods in there. And that is Tenafly's office phone number. Anytime you are putting your phone number out there in real estate, you do have to put the office phone number. At our offices, any call that comes through you gets automatically forwarded, so you never have to worry about you not getting called. Just make sure you pick up, because it's most likely someone that just called the office for you. So while you guys are finishing that, I'm just going to walk through how you would do it on Android. Gerard, do you have the Gmail app or no? Okay, so you're going to go into the Gmail app. And if you already have a Gmail, that's completely fine. What you're going to do is click either on your initial or your name on the top right. And then you would just click add another account. And same thing, you're going to click on Google and click continue to sign in. And then you would put your email and password in there. And then I'll give you a second to do that. And then once you're done putting that in, you're going to click the three lines on the left-hand corner. It's right next to search and mail. And you're going to scroll down all the way until you see settings. And then in settings, you're going to choose the email that you want to go into. So it'd be your KW email or whatever email you're using with your clients. And when you click in there, there's signature settings. It should be under general, it's the third line down. And you'll just click mobile signature on. You just click on that little toggle button, and then you're going to put in the same thing. So your first and last name, realtor sales associate or sales associate, whatever you want to go by. And then you do your office, and then your cell phone number and the office phone number. So I'll give you a minute to do that. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Saeed, so for you, I'm just going to go back in settings. You would go back into the mail section of settings and scroll all the way down and choose signature. and then per account, and that's when you would put in that signature.
So Reese, once you go in, because I'm into the Android phone as well. Once you go into, I'm at mobile signature not set. That's what I'm gonna hit to set the signature.
Sorry, I can't really hear you. Could you speak up just a little bit?
Sorry. I'm in the Android phone as well, and I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
I see where it says mobile signature not set. Is that where I hit to go put the signature in? To put the information?
You clicked those 3 lines, and then you went all the way down to settings.
Yes, and under settings, I see my KW email.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you should click on that, and then it should say signature settings right under use settings.
Once I click the email, all I see here is I see where it says mobile signature. I don't see where it's...
Yeah, and then you click that toggle button on the right.
It says manage accounts.
No.
No.
You want to go down where under it says general, it says meet, snooze, and signature settings. It should look something like this. I know it's hard to see. Like see where this toggle button's on?
Yeah. Okay.
So 2 under that, it says signature settings.
When I go to settings, it just goes to this general settings right here. Can you see that?
Okay, and you're on the Gmail app?
Yeah. I'm hitting the Gmail, and now I have this. This is the Gmail account that I have.
I don't know why it looks different than mine. But if it's wherever it says signature not created, you should be able to create a signature right there.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it says mobile signature not set. That's what it says.
And then is there a spot to type it in or no?
Yeah, so just going to type in my name here, right?
Yep. So that's what that's where you would type it in. Everyone else good? You guys have any questions? Okay, so I'm going to move on. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about, they kind of coincide with each other. So the first thing is your KW website. So your KW website is probably your first and last name. You are able to change that if you would like. Your website is a great tool for lead generation. So if someone comes to your website, they can search for any home technically in the world, but we'll just stick to Ridgewood because that's where I am. You would just type in the town and the state. And it'll pull up this map on the left and then a list on the right. And it'll show you all the homes in the area that you put. You can click this little triangle button. It's your location. So wherever you are, it'll zoom into there. On the right-hand side, you can choose the price, property type, beds, baths, and some more settings. Say I was a client and I liked this home, and I clicked the like button. It would ask me to sign up. Once I'm signed up, I'll be automatically added to your database, which is awesome. And that's how you'll see what your clients are doing. So you definitely want them to sign up. They can sign up through the app. That's what I'm going to be talking about next. Personally, I like to use the app on the go, and then when I'm at home, I'll use the website. So it's a really great source just to see all the houses on the market. It's pulling from all the MLSs, so you don't have to worry about maybe if you are looking on NJMLS, obviously not all the towns are advertised on there, so you won't have that issue on here. You want to convince them to come here instead of Zillow. This is basically what they would go to Zillow for, but this is your own site, so you definitely want them to come to here instead. The next thing you're going to do is, like I was saying, that coincides with the website. You have two apps. So you're going to go to the App Store, and you're just going to type Keller Williams Village, not Village, right? You're just going to type Keller Williams Realty in. And when you type that in, KW Buy and Sell should pop up, and it's a white app with red KW lettering, and you'll click to download that. And then if you scroll down a bit, there should be a Kelly app, which is your agent mobile command app, and you'll want to download that one as well. So I'll just give you a second to download those. They're both free. I know with iPhones now, it like acts as if you're paying for it, but they're both free apps.
I'm sorry, do you mind repeating the apps?
Yes, so it's KW Buy and Sell,
Oh, okay.
and then the other one is Kelly, and you want to download both of them.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. And the first one you're going to want to go into is the white with the red KW. That is the client app. So what we're going to be doing is once you guys get those downloaded, you're going to click on that app. We're going to set this up so that when you share your app, it's automatically already branded to you so that your clients have you as their agent. So you're going to open it. It's going to ask you to log in or sign up. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in, you can use your KW email and password, you could use your personal. No one's going to see this. Basically, as at the moment, we're signing up as the consumer, just so that we can get you all set up in there. So this is a consumer app, so don't get confused. It doesn't matter what email or password you use, so you'll just put that in. Once you put that in, it should pop open like this. It'll look just like the website. So I'll give you a second to do that. There's going to be some prompts before you sign up. You can just skip those. It just basically explains the app so that when your clients download it, it helps them understand how they can go about using it. And then either put in the chat or give me a thumbs up so I know you guys are good. I just don't want to go on to explain this until everyone is A-okay. Thank you. Rebecca, do you need me to explain the app or how to download it? Because I'm going to go over both apps. The first one is KW Buy and Sell, and the second one is Kelly. Okay, so we're gonna go into the KW buy and sell. So again, that's the white and red one. Like I said, you're gonna wanna sign up. And when you open it, it's gonna look like this. So it's very similar to the website. If you look on the top left, there is an option to do list view. Obviously, since you're on a mobile device, you can't have the map and the list view at the same time. So it really is just based on preference. So that's always something I like to tell you guys, because that's definitely something you guys are going to want to tell your clients, because most people are going to like the list view better. Same thing as the website. They can search anywhere. They can put in their range, what their filters are basically of what they're looking for. And if they put in, say they're only looking for like 250 to 500, they want 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Once they put those filters in, they can actually click right on the bottom. It says Save Search, and they can name that search so that every time they go in there, they can just click on that Save Search, and it'll open up all the homes on the market that are in that search. On the bottom, you have Search, which we're in already, just showing you all the homes. Then you have Feed. That's so that you can see what their co-buyers are doing. Again, this is just for the clients. So you're not going to actually be able to see this on this app of what your clients are doing, but from a client point of view, you'll be able to see everything that your co-buyer is doing. The guide kind of just gives you your clients a view of like where they should be in their steps. The save, those are where all their saved houses will go, as well as their saved searches. And in more, what you're going to want to do is click Find an Agent. If your name's already at the top in the black line, then you're already good to go if your name's here and it's black. If not, you'll have a Find My Agent button, and you're going to click on that. And basically, you're going to type in your name and search, and then your name will pop up. You'll click on yourself, and then you will say Get Connected or Get Started, whatever it asks you, and it's just going to ask you to confirm that you want you to be your agent. Obviously, it's a little weird because you're selecting yourself. But then once you do that, then under your name that you put in for the client app, there should be a black bar, and it'll say your agent, your name, your license number, and if you have a photo already, your photo would be there as well. Now, the great thing is and you don't have to follow me along, I'm just talking out loud while you guys are getting set up. The great thing is that your clients can actually share this with anyone. And when they share it, you'll still be the agent for the new person as well. So say you give this to your sister, and she shares it with her friend, and her friend shares it with her friend, then you're going to get all these people in your database that you don't even know about. But that's the great thing about the clients being able to share the app, because then they're doing the lead gen for you, and then you can get new clients that you didn't even know were technically in your networking circle. What I suggest to do is to take the link, because when you get set up, you'll see there is a Share the KW app, but we have to remember we're looking at it as a client point of view. So when you click on Share the KW app, it's going to say like, I use the KW app with my agent. It's not a wording that's for an agent to give it to a client. So what I suggest always is in your notes section of your phone or somewhere where you keep messages, I would just write out a message just saying, hey, here's my app link, make sure to download and sign up like we discussed before. You can search for any home you're interested in. Please let me know if you have any questions. I just write that out, and somewhere where you can just quickly copy and paste that into a message when you meet with someone or if you run into someone anywhere. Any questions on that app? Everyone's good? Thanks for the thumbs up. Helps me know that you guys, I'm not going too fast. So when you're done signing up for that app, you can close that one out. I definitely would just, now technically you have one contact in your database, woohoo, because you just added yourself to the app, so you'll see that it'll show up in your contacts. So I would definitely just play around with the app so you can see kind of what it's going to look like from a client point of view, so that if your clients are asking, then you know you can answer the question. Then right now we're going to go into the Kelly app, which is the blue one with the white lettering. It's called Kelly because it's like we have like a Siri and her name's Kelly. So that's why it's called that. It is getting upgraded to just say Command Mobile, because that's basically what it is. It allows you to manage your database on the go and your business. So this login is already created for you. It's your KW Systems username and password. So that would be on your password list. It's usually your first initial, last name, and then the password you created. And when you log in, it's going to look like this. Mine's actually loading, so I had to re-log in, but it should look like this. It has a bar on the bottom. You'll see a little Siri button, and it'll just say a bunch of stuff here. Like I was saying, the main purpose of this is really just to manage your database on the go, because obviously when are you going to have your computer next to you when you run into someone? It's not like, oh, let me just take out my laptop and put in all your information. So this is a great way to say you run into someone at the grocery store, or you are with your family and you want to add them all. You can do that from here. Something that's cool, if you see where it says Ask Kelly, are you guys all logged in, or you need a minute? Thumbs up. Thanks, guys.
Reese, it's the same username and password, right? Because it keeps saying incorrect password.
You're using your first initial, last name, not your email.
Oh, okay.
It's the one that you would use to log into KW, like command. So it's that first password where it says KW Systems username and password, not your email. All good? Okay, so when you're on the home screen, at the bottom, you'll see Ask Kelly. So one of the great things that you can do is it will ask you, like, say you're with a client, you're going to open houses, and they're in open house, like, oh, I just got this alert, let's go to this open house, and you've never been to the area before. You don't know what the market is like, so you don't know if maybe it's not the best area for them to be in. Maybe the price range is nowhere near what they're looking at. So if you click on Ask Kelly and you type SNAP, S-N-A-P, and then a zip code, I'm just going to use Ridgewood, it's 07450, and you click send, it'll pop up a market snapshot for you of that area. The great thing about that is you'll be able to see everything that's on the market, what the average price is, how long things are staying on the market. So you'll be able to see all that, so that it'll give you some more information without the opportunity for you to be able to actually sit down and do it. Or if you're just on the go, you know, and you want to know what homes are going for in a certain area, you can just do SNAP and the zip code, and it'll let you know all that information. So it's just something fun that you also get. On the bottom, like I was saying, the only button that you really are focusing on is Command. So if you click on Command, you'll see the first line says Contacts. Yours might or may not have popped up here yet. Sometimes it takes a little bit to load. Basically, say you go out to coffee with a client, they say, you know what, I'm ready to start looking now. You can go into your contacts, you'll search for their name, and what you'll do is when you pull up their name, you can click on their contact, and then you can actually update anything you talked about so that you have notes in their contacts. So you can actually click, there's 3 lines. So you can either call, message, or email them. And then there's 3 lines on the right. Like I said, once you have your contacts in here, play around, you can actually log interaction. So if I did that, you'll type in met for coffee, and it'll ask you any other notes you want to add. So it's a really great way just to update your database before, you get home and sit, and then you're like, wait, what did she say? So it's a really quick way to do that. You can also call, text, email anyone right from here. So you don't have to copy and paste the number. You just call right from here. Insights, that's just something fun. It's kind of like only positive Yelp reviews. I wouldn't worry about that right now. That's something you can kind of talk about later. On the bottom, you'll see Task Manager. Personally, I have to-do lists everywhere. I completely forgot that I need a new planner. So right now, I'm kind of task list empty, but in your Task Manager, you can set tasks that you want to call someone. As you can see, I have a bunch that I have to call. They're all agents. I use it too, so I definitely love it. You can set tasks to get on a class if you wanted to, and you'll get a push notification as if it was a Instagram like or Facebook comment like that. That's how you'll get notified. And then every day, let me see if mine are still here from today. Every day you'll get a push notification that will show up on your notification page, and it will say you have this many tasks past you, you have this many tasks to do today. So it definitely is really nice to have that alert on your phone as you're on the go, reminders just to call people, maybe to email a client, to sit down, do your lead generation, all that kind of stuff. So the Task Manager and managing the database, that's the main part of the Kelly app. I wouldn't worry about any of the other parts. The Connect button on the bottom, that is something they're working on, basically like a LinkedIn, but for KW agents only. You can do that on the desktop version, but it's not ready to be on the mobile version yet. And then the Consumer button, that's the second launch of the Consumer app, where you'll be able to look on your side mobilely, not just within their contact in command. So like I said, I know that's a lot of information, and the rest of the stuff on the password list, I'll go over on the class tomorrow in the command setup class at 11 a.m. And I'll put that link in the chat too, just so you guys have it, and I'll post it in the the coaching lobby as well tomorrow. But I'll send that in there so that you have it. It's the same link as today. Do you guys have any questions at the moment? I'm sure you guys are going to have questions eventually, but anyone have questions right now?
Hey, Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a quick question. You guys have tremendous resources for learning and so on. This Ignite push, I know the message from Mary Beth is to wait on push until you get through all this stuff. What about Ignite? Because I know Ignite started the class today. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Is the priority to do this particular overview with you and Mary Beth first through the coaching lobby, or Ignite, or a combination? What do you recommend?
Yeah, so definitely hold off on Ignite too. And if you did join the class, how I would tell you today, if you haven't done the basics, not to attend, just because what you would need for Ignite is to understand how to do paperwork. You kind of have to understand how to do that part of the business. So in Ignite, when you are learning all that stuff, if you get a client, then you already know how to do everything. So definitely focus on doing all the basic classes first. So this one, today, like I said, these are classes every week. You don't have to take all 5 today and tomorrow. If you want to, you're more than welcome to, but you would want to take this class, the lease paperwork, how to write a contract, the command setup, and dot loop, all before you would even think about Ignite. You're more than welcome when you do move on to the advanced classes to do Ignite coinciding with that. But it still might be a little bit too much. And Hal and David are both aware of kind of how we're all working together. We want you guys to make sure that you're prepared for those classes. So I would definitely hold off on Ignite for right now as well.
So Ignite repeats every month, or?
Correct. Yeah.
It does. So
yeah, Ignite is the same thing. It's usually every month or every other month. So you're not missing out. It runs all year. So you're good to go on that, as same as push.
Okay, no, so it makes sense because, right, so need to cover the paperwork, documentation, and so on before taking Ignite, because you're really stepping ahead of it otherwise.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, okay. And you'll see on the coaching calendar when you download it that I color-coded it, so it's the same as what you guys are taking. So you want to take all the blue classes first, then the green, And then once you're done with that, you'll move on to Orange, which is the advanced like Ignite and Push and all of that.
Okay.
And anything that's black on the calendar is open to everyone. Like today at 3 p.m., me and Sally, who's the broker at Ridgewood, we every Monday are going to be doing an Ask Us Anything, so you guys can come with all of your questions. The morning mindset with David at 8:45 a.m. every day. Mary Beth's Wealth Building Wednesday, and her Friday Leadership Lobby. And Ron Lagoshi's Buyer Series, that's on Thursday. We suggest you going to that because it's going to give you all the information about buyers, because since you'll be taking the paperwork classes, that's a good class on Thursday to go to. It's at 2 p.m.
Okay. Thank you.
But yeah, just stick with the basics, and then you'll move on to advanced, and then after that, that's when you want to be taking the Ignite and Push.
Got it.
Anyone else? Everyone's good for right now, at least? All right, well, I'll either see you later today, or I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.